Okay, ATG, I'm more or less decided that I would do this video because Tommy bought an old 600 Junior Mark V, and I think he had a few questions about it. And I wanted to show him what I had done to mine to make it a little better. He was talking about having problems with his MEC bars. What you see here in front of you is the old style of MEC bar before they was offering the powder bushing bars. Now this one, if you look on the end, you can see that it is a 12 gauge and it has the letters 8G right here. Well, I can't find my ounce and an eighth bar, but I do happen to know that this is an ounce and a quarter lead shot bar. The powder charge, as you can see, is a straight shot affair, and it has no provision for a powder bushing, but the powder charge is adjustable by adjusting this bolt in and out. This bar is a good, convenient, and it's a very accurate bar. I like it, but it doesn't offer me the convenience that a powder bushing bar offers. So I've kind of gotten away from that and just gone to the bushing bars because I didn't think they were all that expensive. And as I go along and I want to do a new thing, I just buy a new bar. So let's get to the old press. You know, I did the video series earlier on the Mark V press. Now this press here is just a 600 Junior press. As you notice, it has just a screw here. It doesn't have the safety mechanism, but it still flips over. It works the same way, and it uses you can use the powder bushing bars. They work in there the same way as the old bars do. Now let's go over here to the decapping stage. Now, if you happen to have a regular 600 Junior press, you'll notice that I have incorporated the Mark V decapping pin on here, and I did that for a reason. In the old days, if we can get this down here, in the old days, this was a bolt that just stuck up through there, and it caught this cam, and what it would do, especially when you were trying to resize high brass shells, it would catch the side of it and it would bend your bolt. So, you know, it really made de-priming and resizing high brass shells a real pain in the patootie. So what I did is I got a new Mark V decapping bolt, and as you can see right here on the original 600 Junior, that's a straight through affair. But what I did is I just went and got a Dremel and I ground a recess so that it would clear this bolt, and voila, my problem is solved. Now, when you're setting these up, you want to set this up so that your resizing ring is about an eighth to a 16th of an inch above the top of the press here. And you'll notice that this whole thing will screw out and screw off. It's nothing to be scared of. It's no mystical, magical thing. But this is what's on the inside. And you set up your bar by your decapping pin, and what knocks your shell out of the resizing ring is this little pin here and this nut, and it's how far this is down. So when this comes down, this cam hits it up here and it shoves the shell out of the sizing ring. So let's continue on. Now under here, a lot of times these things gets missing, or you get to missing pieces. This is your repriming cup, and inside it is all this is. You have a cup that has a built-in rod, has a spring that fits on top of it like so, and then basically a donut, just a donut that your shell sits on and squeezes down in there when you reprime, and it fits in there like so. The next thing that you want to be concerned with on a 600 Junior is your wad guide. Unlike the newer Mark V, this is a three-piece affair that unscrews, and it has wad guides in there, and it just fits on, as you can see, it just fits on this ring. And excuse me because I don't have a tripod and I'm having to hold the camera. But here is your wad guide are replaceable. Years ago when I was young, these were all metal, but they're They wear out, and MEC's replaced them with plastic. So make sure that you keep, you know, a few of these on hand. They're not very expensive. And I have several of them. So anyways, that's the next thing you want to talk about, and that just fits in there, and it fits up into your press like so, the top screws on it. Then we come to the start crimp stage. On these old loaders, on the new loaders, you just snap the old one off and you snap the new one on. But on these loaders, you have to unscrew this station. And replace your crimp starter. This one happens to be a 6-point crimp. I don't know what I've done with my 8-point crimper, but that goes in, and that would go into your cup like so. So that's the stages for your old 600 Junior. Another thing that you would really benefit from would be getting onto the MEC website and downloading the PDF owner's manual for the MEC 600 Junior. And there it will go through what you need to adjust your final crimp. You have a bolt here that you would need to adjust, and there's a nut up under here where my finger's at, along with this here to adjust your final crimp. So anyway, there you have it, and if you got any questions, just PM me and I'll be more than happy to try to answer any question that you may have. I hope this helps. Happy loading and happy shooting.